Thanks for joining us for 9 News at 5. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. We begin with this wild story over mistaken identity and some serious criminal charges. A woman Googled her name and found she was labeled a drug cartel member wanted out of Colorado. We cover the case of a big drug ring bust in Adams County 2 years ago.
Recently, the district attorney dismissed a grand jury indictment against her. 9 News Investigates reporter Jeremy Hahola spoke to the woman and her attorney about what they call sloppy police work.
Well, I had been sending out my application and my resume to different companies looking for a job.
When Gabriella Olds Googled her name, she expected to see her LinkedIn profile and maybe other social media pages.
Someone said, oh, you should Google yourself just to see what they see. So I decided to Google myself and I saw my name pop up.
Oh, her name popped up all right, along with her driver's license photo from 10 years ago, right next to Adams County District Attorney Brian Mason. He was announcing the indictment of a Mexican drug cartel ring in Adams County in 2023. There was Gabriella Olds, named as a criminal defendant, indicted by a Colorado grand jury for dealing massive quantities of fentanyl.
What I would call an alleged big fish. So somebody who works directly for this cartel out of Mexico.
When I saw my picture from my old driver's license with the district attorney when he was giving his press conference, it was a completely out-of-body experience. I thought I was hallucinating, I think.
In a state of shock, the stay-at-home mother of 4 hired a Colorado criminal defense attorney who told her U.S. Marshals could show up at her home in Texas any day.
I've never even gotten a speeding ticket. I have no criminal record whatsoever, and just out of the blue, they just destroyed that in a moment.
For months, Gabriella never left the house as her attorney got to work to spare her from a 35-year prison sentence.
And I was scared to drive because they said if I get pulled over, I could get arrested, and the bail was set at $50,000 cash.
How does this happen? Her attorney found one of the drug cartel suspects was using Gabriella's old Colorado phone number. Gabriella moved to Texas in 2021, 2 years before District Attorney Brian Mason announced the criminal case that used phone tapping of suspects.
There are very specific laws on when we can listen to people's phone calls. And it's a very, very high standard, as it should be.
Gabriella's attorney said that standard failed when the North Metro Task Force did nighttime surveillance on the woman using Gabriella's old number and assumed this was her. Had investigators bothered to look up that number, they would have found Gabriella stopped using it in 2013.
They're supposed to be thorough, they're supposed to be accurate. We, as the public, are supposed to be able to rely on them and trust their investigations and trust the system. And in this case, that didn't happen.
Her attorney sent the district attorney bank statements and credit card transactions showing Gabriella was living in Texas when she was supposedly selling fentanyl in Adams County parking lots. 4 months later, the DA dismissed the indictment. Have you received any sort of apology or anything like this?
No, not even an acknowledgement. I don't want this to happen to other people.
And we're fortunate enough that we could afford a lawyer, and this really is eye-opening to maybe families who didn't have that privilege.
The district attorney's office sent us a comment, but it's definitely not an apology, but rather a claim that they can't talk about this because other defendants' cases are still pending. Any public comment on the investigation beyond the general factual information previously disclosed could jeopardize the integrity of the ongoing legal proceedings and may violate court orders protecting the secrecy of grand jury materials. The statement, though, does acknowledge the criminal case against Gabriella Olds now does not exist. Kim, back to you.
Yeah. And just thinking that she's doing this because she's trying to find a job, what if an employer had looked this up? So can she file a lawsuit? Can she do something about this?
Well, she spent thousands and thousands of dollars to hire a criminal defense attorney, but in Colorado, you have a government immunity law. Governments cannot be sued for something like this. There has to be direct, wanton, and recklessness for a lawsuit to move forward. This does not reach that threshold.
Wow.
Unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Want to get to some breaking news happening out of Silverthorne? Police have issued an evacuation order due to a gas line break in the Willowbrook neighborhood. You can see that gas spouting into the air next to the red post. Our man in the mountains, Matt Renew, is on the scene, says that as many as 50 homes are being evacuated by this evacuation right now. Of course, we'll continue to update you as more information is released to us. Tonight, investigators have identified the man accused of starting the Meadow Creek fire that shut down part of I-70 in Frisco over the weekend. The Red, White, and Blue Fire Protection District says that fire started Saturday night near I-70. At one point, the eastbound lanes closed because of smoke. Firefighters say the fire burned just about 6 acres. Police arrested 24-year-old Peyton Lloyd. They believe he's from out of town. Lloyd is facing charges including arson and intentionally setting a fire.
Let's take a live look outside right now. Another summer-like day in Denver. We got back into the 80s today, almost hitting the hottest temperature of the year so far. Our Weather Impact team is tracking the warm and dry weather really across the state, Chris.
Yeah, we only missed the record by 5. The record is 90 from 1915. Denver has hit 85, at least as of this point. We're sitting right about there right now. The airport is 84, but we are 85 here at 9 News. Low to mid 80s across the metro area. We did see a few 90s on the plains today. Lamar, you're 90 right now. Greeley, not too far away, 88. Out in Grand Junction, 83. And even the high country, you're near 80 in Eagle, 77 degrees there. Western Slope, you've got a few more hours to go with a wind advisory, and that was issued for good reason. Look at these gusts. We have some places, well, first, these are sustained speeds, 15 to 35 miles per hour, but the gusts topping 40 to 50 at times. It's been a very windy day on the Western Slope, and that wind will come to eastern Colorado tomorrow as this comes our way. It's a trough of low pressure. It's going to bring cooler air, showers and storms, and a lot of wind. I'll have the details in your forecast in just a bit.
Chris, thanks. Denver police arrested a man they say hurt 4 people in Lodo earlier this month. It happened May 4th. Denver police say 25-year-old Carlos Lujan opened fire near 19th and Market Street after a bar fight spilled out into the street. Police say surveillance video caught him firing several shots across the intersection, hitting 4 people who say they had no idea who Lujan was. Officers used license plate readers to track him down after spotting his SUV leaving the scene. He's now facing 4 counts of attempted murder.
A man accused of sexually assaulting a Colorado state representative while he was acting as a rideshare driver has been charged by a district attorney. 42-year-old Mahmuba Haladali Diva is now wanted on a felony unlawful sexual contact charge. He's accused of assaulting Democratic Representative Jenny Wilford in Northglenn in February of 2024. The district attorney's office says the man acted as a Lyft driver while using the vehicle and Lyft account of another person at the time. Representative Wilford is suing Lyft, saying the company failed to take proper actions to protect her. She also sponsored a bill to improve rideshare safety, which passed the legislature this year.